Hi there. So I'm back from the vacation, and tomorrow we are going to have the second call on the Clean Code community. It will be again Melbourne time, Friday 7:11 p.m. and Saturday 7 a.m. So before going into that call, I just wanted to discuss three things. First is that I'll be sending that invite soon, so please RSVP to it. And I also send a note after that, so that if you have not received that invite, please let me know, and I'll send back. Try to resend the invite or add you in the invite if you are not there already. So that's one. The second thing is like we talked about having code samples for during that community call. What we can do is you can I reach out to people who have shown interest that who wanted to share the code samples. So just send me the link to it. So what I'll do is I'll kind of do a selection because there are few people have shown interest. So I just want to ensure that one of I select one which is more relevant and then select the other ones in the next or the future calls as we go and see how it goes. So that's the second part. The last bit is about the community. Now this I thought a little bit harder on it and what's the best option to do it, because I was a little bit reluctant on going on Discord or any other community platform because it would add a lot of overhead to maintain it. So the approach that I thought for now to go ahead is like to create a GitHub repo. What that would do is like I can go and create link and create a repo, and you can kind of and add nodes or whatever we are discussing in this community in that particular repository. And what that does is like it also gives you an opportunity, like if you think that something was discussed and you, yeah, I have not captured it correctly or you want to enhance it, you can kind of raise a pull request on it, and then yeah, and we can merge it out based on how it goes. So and what that also does is like we are all developers here, so as developers, that is the thing that we always do, and then that kind of gives a better approach. And the other thing is like we also, because it's a public repository, everybody will have access. They can see what's happening in the community. They can see what are the links shared, and they can go back to the earlier meetings as to what was discussed and what's happening and so forth. And similarly, the knowledge links that are getting shared on that repository, that gets everybody can view it. And yeah, so that, and you can raise whenever you want to do something, you just simply raise a pull request and update it, and then that becomes common shared knowledge document that everyone can refer to. So I think that's I feel that that's pretty cool to have it like that, because then you don't need to scroll through all the, if it's a Discord you don't have to scroll through, if it's a Facebook community you don't have to scroll through all of those feeds. You can simply just search in the GitHub repo, and I mean you can search in Discord, but yeah, GitHub, I mean I'm more familiar, I mean I'm more inclined to use GitHub because it's much more easier interface to work with, and then there's very little clutter on top of that. So that's another thing, it will remain clean because it's a public thing. Most people will be, think twice before sharing anything on it. And that brings me to the second part of it, is like because it's a thing, you might have some questions that needs answers to, so there's issues tab on that one, but again because it's a open public thing, everybody can view it, so you may not want that thing out there. So for that particularly, for people who want to ask questions which are specific to their concerns, very specific, which might not be very good, which they don't want to show it to everyone, I just create a very private Facebook community, which is a very small community. Whoever is interested, only they need to join it. Not every, it's not a mandate for anyone. And once they join it, you can kind of ask questions on that community so that you can get feedback from the community, and that would kind of help you in terms of the questions and queries that would solve it. But the public one, that's the GitHub one, that will be more that's shared across everyone, and that's where you kind of do the show off or add more knowledge or whatever, enhance the community in whatever way you can on that platform. This is like a private one where you can kind of share feedback, what's happening, what's not happening, what are the challenges that you are facing on a private level, and so on. So just have those two things. I mean, not mandatory to join any of them based upon where you are. But what I would suggest is, like, if you contribute on GitHub, it shows visibility to everyone. Like, even if you can put those things on your profile, resume, even in the GitHub, you can see that in that blog that it starts adding up whenever you're contributing. It starts, you can see your profile getting updated. So that works in that fashion. And similarly, on the private channel is where private communities where you kind of ask questions to improve and so on and so forth. That would be a mix of both. And not everybody has to join both of them. It's up to you where you want to be. Yeah, obviously I encourage to join both of them and share you can also share some of the challenges or experiences where you kind of grew out of it in that thing. And if you feel, you can share that in Facebook, and if you think that that's something that you want to add it in the GitHub repo, you can also add it in some of the challenges that you have overcome and so on. So that would keep keep the community alive on both the things. But as I said, it's not mandatory. It's up to you whether you want to join, where you want to join. But GitHub repo would be like a public one where everybody can see it, and you can access it with the link. You can raise pull request to it, and you can push your changes in everything. So it's like a very, it would be like the way we work in a team. And and some people who might not have experience on working in a team, this will give a very it will give a little bit of insight into how people work on teams. How do you provide feedback or on the comments and so on and so forth. So those are the things. So yeah, that's one thing that I'll send out the link soon. I've not created the repo yet, but I'll send out the link for both the Facebook group and GitHub repo. And yeah, it's up to you. How do you want to contribute? The more you, and as I said, that the more you contribute, the more benefit you yourself get it. Because yeah, if I have to put out a link out there, I will have to read through it, understand the link, what's being discussed and so on, and then only I would probably share it on a public platform, because it will be under my name. Obviously, yeah, you can do a create a pseudonym and everything, but yeah, I don't know